Am I a meme yet? How many times have I talked about Silver Tempest? I feel like I'm the only one talking about Silver Tempest booster boxes still being on the Pokemon Center website. I feel like I've been recommending this deal for now like a year and it's still here. But I'm going to continue to talk about Silver Tempest until it goes out of stock. And I'll make that video when it goes out of stock on that day whenever it happens, and I'll be happy because these have been on here for I think over a year now. And it's because you can't buy in case quantities. You can only buy in quantities of 4, and that really, hurts the reason why it's still here and the reason why a lot of people refuse to buy. But I'm telling you right now, it's it's like just a screaming buy. This is like honestly in this sort of market, this is like one of the best deals you can buy right now. Just nobody wants it because it's still available on the Pokemon Center website. It's cheaper than some of the other sets, but I mean, look at what happened with some of the products that just sold out on the Pokemon Center website. Look at the Twilight Masquerade Pokemon Center ETB, the Stellar Crown one. After things got out of stock, people go crazy. And Silver Tempest, yes, it's not the best, set out there in, Sword and Shield. It's not the deepest set out there, but it has Lugia and it has the Rayquaza, and that's all it needs. And the fact that you can get a Silver Tempest booster box right now at MSRP is a screaming buy. I don't care what anyone else has to say that only wants to talk about Scarlet and Violet. If you can buy a pretty much out of print set Silver Tempest at MSRP, these booster boxes, it's a screaming buy. If you already have some, then obviously what I'm saying you don't care. But if you're one of those newer people that maybe just got back in, I'm telling you, Silver Tempest booster boxes at MSRP is a screaming buy right now, and I'll keep saying it, and I'll keep reminding you guys every single week until it goes out of stock because it's just such a screaming buy. Now, like I said, people do not want to buy these because you can't buy in case quantities. People like to do that because if you didn't know, Pokemon Center, they don't package their stuff at all. They don't put any effort. They throw the box into a cardboard box, and that's it. So, from my experience, buying in quantities of 3 or 4 is the safest way to get your booster boxes in good condition because I've bought in those quantities before and I've had really no problems. If you buy in quantities of 2, there's a higher chance I've seen because of the box they have to put it in where they're going to rattle around and get damaged. I've bought in quantities of 1 where it's been okay, but in my experience, buying 3 or 4 has been the best case. That's just my experience. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but from my experience, I've noticed that buying those quantities is the safest. So I'm telling you right now, it's still a screaming buy. And plus, if you go on the Pokemon Center homepage, you can also get a free ornament with this code if you spend over, I think, $60. So it's another plus. You get a Silver Tempest booster box at MSRP, and you get this nice little Fuecoco little ornament, which is actually pretty cool. If they had some other booster box, because I already have so much Silver Tempest booster boxes, if they had another one on here, I would buy it just to get this, ornament because it's really cool with the hot chocolate. Actually, I kind of just want it. Maybe I'll find something to buy because this ornament's really cool. But that's another plus. If you don't have any and you're thinking about it, you can also use this code and get a ornament. Now, these boxes surprisingly have actually been going up. Maybe this whole TCG player sale actually has done something to this box. But these were sitting around like 260s. Look at here. These were sitting here literally forever. Like I'm telling you, it was so stuck at this 160s, but on TCG Player, it's been going up a little bit. It's now at like 170, and this is very surprising because, like I said, they were here forever, and they're now finally start going back up. It's like okay, we're seeing this. They're going back up, but even besides that, they were screaming buy. But the fact we're also seeing them go up on TCG Player, like it's a buy. I'm telling you, it's just one of those things that's in your face that you don't want to see because it's not popular. No one wants to talk about it. But I'm telling you, we're seeing this even on TCG Player. It's a screaming buy. Now, like I said, there's just not that much in this set. I understand why people don't really like it. It's just a couple cards, but we've seen in the past where you only need a few strong chases in a set to make it, the box expensive and sought after. So you can see here, yes, it's just the Lugia. You can see here, there's really no other secondary even chase card really in the main set. There's not that many alternate arts in this set. There's the next expensive cards are Rainbow. I mean, that says a lot. But there's, the Regidrago, not that, expensive. The Unknown, not that expensive. There's this trainer card, I remember at release was like $50. This, we all know why this is sort of expensive. But anyways, yeah, this was like, I remember I pulled this card when I first, I bought a Silver Tempest booster box at release and I opened it and I pulled this card. It was like $50. I don't know if I sold it or I don't know what happened, with the card. I must have probably sold it at some point, but yeah, it's only $9 now, which is very surprising because I remember it being that expensive. But yeah, there's not that many expensive cards. I understand. And also, in the trainer gallery, there isn't that many expensive cards. It's just Rayquaza, and even this card isn't that expensive right now. I feel like it's actually gone down in value. But honestly, the artworks in this trainer gallery, I feel like it's so underrated. Like, I just really like trainer gallery artworks. Like, if you just look at all these, and I know they're not expensive, but just the artworks in the set, they're really good. Like, I know they're all $4 cards, $3 cards, but I really like the artworks of these trainer galleries. I know they're cheaper, but like these are like really good artworks. So yeah, nothing too crazy like expensive, but like I said, the main hits, Lugia and Rayquaza. That's all you need to know and need to hear. That's in the set to know that it's going to be a sought after box in the future. And surprisingly enough, I'm telling you, alternate arts are coming back. Sword and Shield is coming back. This whole, Sword and Shield like kind of bashing that I've been hearing for the past like few months, it's now like alternate arts are coming back. All this Sword and Shield stuff is coming back because everyone is hyped up talking about Scarlet and Violet 151 all that stuff. Sword and Shield is making a comeback. I know I've been pumping up Sword and Shield today, but it's like we're seeing the evidence, and I'm showing you guys. It's not just me speculating anymore. We're really seeing these Sword and Shield boxes, the alternate arts, go back up in price. So yes, I'm pumping all this stuff up because it's really happening. So these were sitting for the longest time. It crashed, right? Crashed like everything did with alternate arts. It had its hype and then went down, but it's going back up. Lugia is now over $200, and we can see it being sold for $200. So they're making a comeback. And then the Rayquaza, you can see here, it's not very expensive, right? It's only what, $30. If we look at sales, it looks like it's selling for around that amount. And if we can see here, it peaked at like 50, and I was sort of right. I remember it being around $50, but it's also gone down. So will this go back up in value? I also believe so because we see the Lugia going up in value. I believe Rayquaza will probably be, the next one to go up because it's like the second best hit in the set. So I know it's a meme, me talking about Silver Tempest all the time. It's funny because every time I talk about Silver Tempest, there's like memes in the comments. I'm telling you, once this goes, I can't wait till this goes out of stock and then these prices actually start moving because people just don't believe in it. People don't believe in Silver Tempest. It's sort of like a kind of a good example I want to give. And I know it's maybe not a good example because they're better sets, right? But Chilling Reign and Fusion Strike. When those were $80 a box, nobody wanted them, right? Because they're too cheap. They're too readily available. But when things got expensive and got more, well, when things got scarce, they got more expensive. Not everyone wants Chilling Reign and Fusion Strike. I'm telling you right now, yes, Silver Tempest isn't as good as those sets, but the same sort of thing is happening where it's like it's not extremely cheap, but as right now they're still available on the Pokemon Center website. It's one of those things where it's readily available so nobody wants it, but once it goes out of stock, I'm telling you these are gonna start going up. It's just how it works. It's just like human psychology. When things are available, no one wants it, and then when they're not available, everyone wants it. It's just kind of how these things work. And I'm telling you, Silver Tempest having Lugia and Rayquaza, people are gonna want these, and when you can buy them right now for MSRP on the Pokemon Center website, it's a screaming buy. So I just really need to make this video. I hope this goes out of stock just to show you guys that it's gonna happen, because nobody wants it now, but when it goes out of stock, people will want it. So I guess that's the end of this video. Just to wrap it up, Silver Tempest still a screaming buy. I'll keep saying it. I'll keep reminding you guys until it goes out of stock, and that's all I have to say. So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.